Before this video begins, I just want to say I have no idea what happened with my last video on YouTube. I spent a lot of time making it, and I'm kind of upset about it still. YouTube completely ruined my vlog. It's all green now, so I apologize for that, but we're just going to have to move on. Here we go. What is up, guys? It is Nick here, and before we get into today's video, which is going to be a great one, I know you guys are going to enjoy it. Got a little surprise for you. I just got two announcements I want to make real quick. Number one, if you guys haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. I've showed the graphic before. Most of us are subscribed, but there's a couple of us that aren't, so go ahead and do that. Second of all, if you could, please follow me on Instagram. This is where you get all the updates. This is how you'll stay in touch, how you'll know when a video is coming out, what kind of video is coming out. I'm going to put some polls on there, as I do with the YouTube community tab. That's pretty much it. Let's get straight into the video, and here we go. Nick with some surf gameplay? No way. This is not real, is it? I know a lot of you guys have been asking in my comments. I've been hearing your suggestions. People have been commenting. They've been saying, Nick, we would like to see some gameplay in the background. Something to keep us, give us some visuals while we listen to the stories. And I totally get it. I've seen a bunch of story times in my life. I totally agree that stuff like this type of gameplay, I love it. It makes the story time a little better. I completely agree. So, with that being said, I put up a poll on YouTube. I gave you guys 3 options to choose from what story you want to hear. And if your option didn't get picked, don't worry. We'll go through all 3. Those are just future video ideas. But you guys said you wanted to hear about getting stalked at volleyball tournaments. And we're going to go ahead and get into that story right now. So before I was like full comedy on TikTok, I made volleyball videos, comedic volleyball videos. And I was just in the volleyball community and people knew who I was because of them. And it was really fun, but that's how I got my start. That's how I got my first 200,000 followers or so. And with that being said, when I would go to tournaments, I would always run into people who would want to take pictures. I've even signed a ball before, and that was really cool, and I enjoyed that in my club season. People were always super friendly and super nice, and I was always more than willing to take a picture and be nice back to them, pretty much, because they were being super, super friendly to me. Of course, I'm going to be friendly back. So on TikTok, whenever I would have a big tournament, a qualifier, or a national championship, I'd go ahead and put out my schedule. I would show people, what courts I'd be on, when I'd be there. So if anyone did want to come say hi, I'd be ready to say what's up. I did this for a couple of months, and I never really had a problem whatsoever until my junior year. We had a tournament in St. Louis, and the hotel we were staying at was right outside the Arch. It was really fun. I was very excited. Now, when you're a high schooler and you got your teammates and you arrive to a hotel, the first thing you guys are going to do as a team is mess around. I mean, you're here to have fun. We'd go around the hotel. We'd play around. We'd have a great time. It was awesome. With that being said, since there's a huge tournament in St. Louis, there's going to have to be a lot of teams per hotel, if that makes any sense. Our hotel had about 20 teams, and so that's a bunch of people just walking around the hotel, having a good time, causing a ruckus, getting in trouble, what everyone else does. And we'd run into players, and some of them would be like, oh, yo, Nick, what's up? I'd be like, what's up, guys? Talk for a little bit. Just the regular stuff. This is nothing, I've done this for a while. It was normal to me at that point. Now, the backstory here is my teammates and I were in the meeting rooms of the hotel. The door was completely unlocked. We were able to go in there. There was no problems. It wasn't like there was an adult there. There wasn't a security guard. And the doors were unlocked. So we thought it would be totally okay to go into these rooms. So, and it's not like there was anything, we weren't breaking anything. It just had a table to sit at. It was a regular meeting room you'd see at a hotel. So we're sitting down, we're in there for about an hour and a half. We're talking about our season, talking about how we're excited for tomorrow. We got the late slate of games, which means we play in the afternoon and we're able to stay up at night and have fun. So we were always excited for that. Then at about 11 o'clock at night, there's a hard knock on the door. Security guard says, what are you guys doing in here? We're like, yo, these doors were unlocked. The door leading to the hallway full of business rooms was wide open. We explained it to him. He did not believe us, and we said, you know what, if you want to look at your security cameras, go ahead. We were not breaking any rules. He said, all right, you know what? He said, it doesn't really matter. Just go ahead, get out of here, and go back to your rooms. I know you guys are here to have fun. Just stay out of the business room. So cool guy. We said, all right, sweet. And on our way out, there was a team from Milwaukee, and one of the players was like, yo, Nick, what's up? Now, this guy was a little creepy. He was a little weird. But I'm more than willing to say what's up to him and talk to him for a little bit. And he says, all right, I'll see you tomorrow. I said, yeah, cool. If you want to come say hi, I'm going to be on court. And before I can even finish the sentence, he says, yeah, you're going to be on court 37. Now, normally this would not be weird because I would put out what court I'd be on at what time on TikTok. However, I had not even put that video up yet. And so I looked at this guy and this kid, and I'm like, dude, how did you know that? And he says, oh, I looked at the schedules already to see what court you were on. I didn't think it was anything too weird. I just kind of chalked it up to, you know what? He just wanted to say hi. Who am I to, think this guy's weird? No problem. I said, all right, man, I'll see you tomorrow. So for those of you that don't play club volleyball, basically the way these tournaments work, qualifiers at least, is you have 2 days, which are usually a Saturday and a Sunday. Those are your pool play games. So that's your regular games, which get you into Monday, which is the big tournament. Now, if your team is pretty bad, like mine was my junior year, you're not going to be playing in a serious tournament on Sunday or Monday, that is. You're not going to be playing a big tournament. You'll be playing for maybe, participation ribbon or something like that. It's good to have experience, but unless you're one of the top teams in the nation, you're really there just to kind of help out your rankings for nationals. Because of this, my team would play in the afternoons. The really good teams, they play in the morning to get it out of the way. And the team that this kid was on was one of the best teams in the nation. So I said, maybe he'll be playing in the morning. I'm not even going to run into him because I'm going to be playing hours after he's done. So I walk into the convention center. It's a Saturday. It's our first day there. It's really nice because I got my sleep. I played with my teammates. I was having fun the night before. I was like, let's go. Let's do this. First thing I see when I get to my court is him sitting down in the stands. All right, no biggie. Dude just wants to see a game, no problems here. At this tournament, we did absolutely terrible. I mean, it was definitely our worst tournament we ever played at. However, I was still nice, of course. If people came up, I said, what's up? But this guy, I noticed while I'm playing, was recording me. Every single point, he was recording me. He only stayed for, I want to say, the first set, and then after that, he left, and I never saw him again in St. Louis. Like I said, it was a bad day. We played our 3 games. It was terrible. But we put it behind us. We said, you know what? Let's go out to eat. It's nice outside. Let's just have some fun. So we're inside a restaurant. We're eating. And my friend says, yo, Nick, check your TikTok. And I was like, why? And he says, just check it. I open up my phone and I have some mentions. I've been tagged in some videos. I say, okay. I go into my mentions. This kid had been recording me play and only found my mistakes. I want to say I had, everybody has errors. Everybody gets points. I was a right side at the time. I had a couple kills in the game, and I had 1 or 2 errors. And this kid just recorded my 2 errors and put it on TikTok and said, yo, this guy sucks at volleyball. This is who you guys like on TikTok. He sucks. And I was like, okay, well, one guy, sure, it got a couple hundred likes. It doesn't really matter. I'm not going to let that faze me. I put my highlights on TikTok too, so people know I'm not that. I'm not terrible. I'm not terrible. But whatever. This guy's trying to get in my dome. It doesn't really matter. I don't respond to the video. I don't like it. I don't show it any attention. I let him have his moment. Then as I'm driving home, I get a DM on Instagram. Same guy. And the only thing he says is, I'll play you someday. Didn't even respond to the DM. This is not my problem. I'm not talking to this guy. Dude, whatever you want to do, fine. I'm just leave me alone. Fast forward to 2019. We are in downtown Chicago. I had a nice little hometown tournament I could play in. It was our qualifier that we're in every single year, and this is the same day the Chiefs were in the AFC Championship. I don't remember the date exactly, but that's how I remember this day. My dad and I had talked beforehand. We said, hey, we're going to play these 3 games. We got to get out fast so we can catch the game. Cool. Now, I looked at my schedule. Guess who I'm playing on day 2? That's right. We're playing Homeboy. Now, the problem is, at this point, I had a lot more TikTok followers. I wasn't just volleyball. I was mostly comedy at this point. But I ended up having more people come up to take pictures and more people at my courts. So even if I wanted to avoid this guy, I probably couldn't. I mean, there were people walking by. It was a girls and guys tournament, which made it even worse. I mean, there were girls walking by recording me. There were guys walking by recording me. It was not that, I'm not complaining. It was pretty awesome, but at the same time, I really wanted to avoid this kid until I played him. And the biggest problem of the day was that before we played each other, he made a TikTok video. He said, yo, I'm going to absolutely murder this kid, Nick, on the court. As I said earlier, you play 3 games, and this kid was my last game. So the first 2 games, I did my thing. We went out there. We actually won both games, but like the last tournament a year prior, this guy was recording me, and every time I messed up, he would put it on TikTok. And I said, you know what? This guy is just trying to get in my head. He's just trying to throw me off. I'm not going to let it get to me. This is not a problem. I was very good at just putting that stuff aside. I don't let distractions really get to me on the volleyball court. That's one thing that I'm pretty decent at, so it wasn't a problem. Eventually, I say, who is this guy? Who is this guy that's been following me around for a year, DMing me for a year, recording me for a year, stalking me pretty much for a year? Who is this guy that I'm about to play and is making these TikToks about me? I look at their roster, I find his number, match it up, look him up on Instagram, just to find out this man is a D1 commit. He is one of the best in his state. This guy is not to be messed with. And on top of this, now we have a whole bunch of people on our court wanting to watch this game. And I say, all right, whatever, let's just play. Even if he's a D1 recruit, he's not the only D1 recruit, right? I mean, our libero was a D1 player. They got a D1 player. And I start telling my coach about it. I'm like, yeah, this guy, you know, we're laughing. We're having a good time. This guy over here, this clown, has been talking that trash on TikTok. My coach knew about my TikTok. They knew how it went. And he goes, yeah, I hope. I mean, 4 out of their 5 starters, or 4 out of their 7 starters are D1 commits. I guess that would explain why they were one of the best teams in the nation. We got our asses absolutely handed to us in front of about 100 people. I mean, it was bad. It was really bad. But that's okay. Stuff like that happens. We finished the day 2-1. We were pretty satisfied with how we played. It was going to help us later on in the tournament. So we said, cool, let's move on from this. Let's go shake their hands, finish. Let's wrap this up. I go, good game. You know how it goes at the end of the game. I finally get to the very end of the line. There's homeboy standing right there. And he says, hey, good luck at Plainfield North this season. Now, for those of you who don't know, that is my high school. How he knows my high school is beyond me. But that was kind of the last straw. That's where I kind of just said, I can't, this guy, I cannot talk to him anymore. I can't be around this guy anymore. This guy is an absolute clown. I have no idea what this guy does in his free time. Pretty much just a loser. I said, that's it. I'm done. I'm out. I shook his hand. I said, whatever. See you later. And that was pretty much that. I haven't seen him since. I haven't heard from him since. I blocked him on all social media. Made my life a whole lot easier. And yeah, that was the story of how this one dude pretty much followed me around for an entire year. And those were just the 2 main stories. Those were the 2 big qualifiers. In between those, we had mini tournaments, little point series. And of course, he was there recording me the whole time, all those, following me around. So I got away from him. That's all over. Don't got to deal with it anymore. I hope you guys appreciated the story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If there's anything else you guys want to see, please let me know. Once again, hit that subscribe button. Go ahead, follow me on Instagram, and I will see you guys later.